Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be having a look at part 3 of The Money Game. Let's check it out. Okay, so this seems very different already. Is that him playing? Kinda looks like his hands. I wish I could play the piano. Or is that right, maybe? I think that's Ren. Wow, I played the piano beautifully. This has some sort of a Phantom of the Opera feel to it. Very different.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then a lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Oh my god, this guy is incredible. Honestly, I kind of feel like if anybody else tried to do this, you know, just going through every number of someone's life until this age, that it would get quite annoying. But his words are so poignant, and it really does tells such an interesting story. I'm kind of wondering if this is the progression of, that the billionaire, the megalomaniac, is that what you call them, that just can never ever get enough because they've been taught this right from the start. It's been ingrained in them. This is how those rich families just become richer and richer, but at the same time, half of the time they end up with that much money they don't know what to do but put it up their nose and so forth. Money doesn't necessarily make people happier. I remember seeing something one day that said that you only need, I think, anything over around $75,000 a year or something. It didn't actually make people happier earning more. And it's, a really interesting concept. I think a lot of people think it would be amazing to be, a millionaire and not have to worry about money in any sense, but really not what's important in life, and it's not the thing that gives value. And quite often it also leads to people having no self-control and not looking after themselves. It's a whole rabbit hole. This is so well put. Let's keep going.
"35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed up, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
That just took a turn. Oh, the silence gives me chills.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me, and it's a version of him, and it's a version of she.
Oh my god, the way that he just explains this. Wonder how many different people can see different sides of themselves in this, even when they don't. Like, I don't think anybody's evil, but I do think that money and the pursuit of it does sometimes cause people to overlook morals. And oh my god, how he explains it, just let's keep going.
And it's a version of you, there's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic, fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment, this is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention, politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention, law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Okay, why do so many of Ren's videos end like that? Wow, that was visceral and brutal. He's just got such an interesting way of explaining things. Just towards the end there, what was it that he just said? We can build utopias if people you were using their brains. And like I said, it's people that are responsible for all the corruption. If everybody on an individual level, I guess, looks at themselves instead of looking at how they can get themselves positioned the furthest ahead of somebody else. I don't know how many people are capable of doing that. I think we all like to think that we have the moral high ground and whatnot, but it'd probably be interesting to evaluate all of our lives and see, you know, how perfect are we? But he explains things so well. He doesn't excuse the fact that he's obviously part of the money game. He's making money from it. But the awareness that he brings to some subjects that I don't feel like the awareness can be brought through other mediums. I feel like music evokes emotion that some other mediums just can't evoke. And yeah, Ren is someone that really truly should be appreciated for his lyrics. I'm all about the lyrics when it comes to music, so that's why Ren has quickly become one of my favourites. Thank you so much to whoever suggested the money game. All 3 parts have been absolutely incredible. I was really interested to see actually how different the last one was to the first 2. The first 2 had the same chorus. The last one certainly clapped back to the first one with the visuals, and also when it was talking about what a shame, it just went back to Jenny and Screech. I really like how he links different things in his music videos. I've also noticed that Chinchilla seems to do that a little bit as well. Yeah, really loving my Ren journey. If you guys have any more suggestions, please let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And hope to see you next time. Thanks guys. Bye.